After a very promising beta, we've all been looking forward to the final release of Eset Smart Security version 9. Well, it's out now, and here's the full review. So let's start by taking a look at their new user interface. It seems very neat and organized. They have kept the same layout as before, but they've made some visual improvements to the way the different elements of the UI look and function. At the moment, it looks really good to me. I'm really happy with this new color scheme and user interface and the way it works, the fade and everything smooth. Once again, UI is a matter of preference, but as for me, I like it. Although I have noticed when we go into something like advanced setups and we try to navigate, some of the animations do seem a little bit sluggish, but then again, that could be because I'm on a virtual machine with limited video memory. That's what I meant to say. But anyway, most of the internals are still the same. We have all our different modules. We've got computer protection, internet protection, our intrusion prevention system, which we'll be taking a look at. So we have an exploit blocker, advanced memory scanner, self-defense, and the basic intrusion prevention system. At the moment, it's set to automatic mode, which I believe has some automated rules that you're not supposed to see or something, and it works based on those and automatically blocks malicious actions in the background. However, you can set it to something like smart mode, and that means I'm not really sure what it's going to do. But this is interesting. I'm not exactly sure what's the difference between automatic mode and smart mode. Maybe I've forgotten about it, so if somebody knows, just let me know in the comments below. And of course, there's interactive mode, which means you'll be asked for every small kind of thing that goes on in the background, which is very annoying. Unless you want to put your computer in a lockdown, don't try this. Especially novice users. Please do not try this and then start crying. Policy-based mode means it's going to only allow certain things to run, and learning mode basically just means it learns everything for a while and allows everything. But then you can switch back to probably automatic mode or something, and it's going to remember the files that are clean, so it's not going to ask you again and again for the same things. Now, advanced setup says drivers are always allowed to load. I think this is just to fix a bug that caused drivers to stop loading. I mean, when you enable HIPS in, let's say, interactive mode or something, and it doesn't allow a basic driver to load, it can cause your system to crash. So this is meant to prevent that. But apart from that, apart from the intrusion prevention system, we have our threat sense as another zero-day component, which basically uses heuristics. I'm going to leave all settings at default for this test since this is the final review. I'm not going to change anything. So let's get started with the test. We have several links here. As for system performance impact, I really don't notice anything so far. And Eset has always had a legacy of being light and gamer friendly, so to speak. So I'm not concerned about that. Resource usage is good. You won't notice a major slowdown, but let's see how is the protection, which is the most important part. So first file, and it's caught by the signatures. Eset's antivirus engine is popular for its high detection ratio, so I do expect a lot of these to be blocked. Here's the website that was blocked. I think out of all these links, Chrome only managed to detect 2 of them. But I'm sure Eset is going to do a lot better. So far, everything has been blocked by their signatures. and it seems this one is dead. It was alive like half an hour ago, so that's how quickly these things get taken down. This one's dead too. So far so good. Eset hasn't let anything to run. Once again, thread blocked by their signatures. Let's see if this one can run. It looks like it can, but it seems to have crashed. I don't really see anything in memory, so I guess that was a dead link. We'll do a scan with Hitman Pro just to make sure at the end before we call it a clean sheet. Let us go through the remaining few links. This one is blocked as potentially unwanted web page or potentially unwanted content found. So it's good to see that Eset does make a distinction between PUPs and malware, and it gives you a separate alert based on what is on the website. Usually the web blockers just say harmful website or something like that. Now here's a phishing website and it's not blocked, so that's a miss. This is actually a fake Google Drive website. As you can see, this is not Google Drive. It's something totally different. It's on a different computer, it's a different domain, but it just looks like Google Drive. And if you click on view your files, it asks you to sign in, but it's not going to sign you anywhere. It's just going to ask you for some email information, your Gmail, Hotmail, Yahoo, whatever email you use. It's just going to ask you for your email ID and password so that it can then steal your identity, steal anything that is attached to your email account. Could even, in some cases, get access to important financial data and steal your money. Anything that gives them money, they're gonna do. So always be careful when you're browsing or signing in anywhere. You should keep an eye on this URL over here, because these things are usually hard to detect or blacklist quickly. But yeah, Eset should add this to their blacklist. They should have, especially considering that they're pretty good in the signature department or the blacklisting department. So that's something to fix. Anyway, I guess that's it for the link test. Now I'll do a quick scan with Hitman Pro and be back with the results. No threats were detected by Hitman Pro, so apart from the phishing link that was missed, it is pretty much a clean sheet, at least when it comes to active malware on the system. Now let's proceed to the next stage, which is the file detection test. I'm just going to pause the protection for 30 minutes. That should be more than enough. Eset scan is pretty fast. Let's see if they've improved on that with this version. Here we have 500 pieces of malware waiting to invade the system. Let's see if Eset can stop them. So now keep in mind Eset cleans files by default before you had to go into advanced options and select clean. But I like the fact that they automatically remove files now. The scan speeds are pretty good, but not the fastest I've seen. Some files have not been removed automatically, so we're going to delete them. After the completion of the removal process, we're left with 92 items, which means a detection ratio of roughly 81.6%, which is not too bad given that these files are very recent. I just grabbed them today, but it's not the best I've seen, once again. So now we're going to re-enable Eset Shields and see if any of this malware is able to actually infiltrate the system. So it's time for our 0-day test. Now keep in mind that since Eset does have a clean feature, it's possible that many of these files may have been disinfected. This threat was caught, so let's go ahead and delete it. So we're going to run these files. If they're disinfected, they're not going to run. So that won't really be counted against Eset. But I do see a fair number of files that are still working. Here we have a process. Not too many though, a couple were blocked. Let's see if the intrusion prevention system is able to limit the malware's activities in some way so that they're not able to damage the system. We still have a long way to go. Something definitely happened there. I think I saw Windows Explorer terminate. Let's continue where we left off though. This is a 0 KB file, so maybe it was disinfected or something. Alright, I think I'm seeing a ransomware load up or something like that, because the screen's totally white. I know we've all heard of the blue screen of death, but I haven't really ever heard of the white screen of death. Maybe it's some web page trying to load. Whatever the case, this definitely isn't good news. Still no signs of recovery, so let's see if we can shut it down with the help of Task Manager. Could be this process itself or maybe something else, I'm not really sure. Okay, some weird Chinese stuff running in the background. It's trying to take over my screen, so it's not really ransomware. I think it's some kind of adware. Really annoying type. And that gets rid of that. So I'm not sure how much damage that actually did, or was that the worst. I seriously hope the worst is behind us, because I don't want to use a recovery disk now. This one looks like McAfee. Alright, some weird error there. We did have quite a few files that went past their detection or real-time protection shield, so we should be able to know whether or not their intrusion prevention is doing any good job in the background. I guess that'll be the last file. So now I'm going to wait for a few minutes and let the system run for a while, just to make sure that any malware that's doing its job in the background is happy. And then I'm going to reboot the system and run CCleaner to clean out the temp files. And after that, we're going to do our second opinion scans as usual and get to the final verdict. Our second opinion scanners have all finished scanning and they've all detected one major threat. And guess what it is? Ransomware CryptoLocker. And this is a bit of a surprise because CryptoLocker is a very well-known variant of ransomware. Of course, this could be a slight modification, making it hard to detect by the regular signatures, but the weird thing is, CryptoLocker is supposed to encrypt our files, but our files seem to be fine. So maybe it didn't quite work. But then again, I mean, everybody deserves a second chance, even CryptoLocker. So let's go ahead and open the file location. Eset protection is still active. I'm going to re-enable it. And now let's try to execute this file once again and see if maybe the ransomware is more lucky this time. I don't see any weird behavior so far. I don't even see any process in... Okay, I do see a process in memory. It is definitely running. I don't see any CPU usage though, which I guess I would see if it were encrypting files. It just seems to sit there and do nothing because my files appear to be fine. Let's just try adding this one file to all of my personal folders, just in case, you know, this one is picky and it just likes to encrypt files in any one particular folder. And let's run it again. Come on, CryptoLocker, do your magic. The viewers want to see some excitement. Nope, nothing's happening. So I guess that's a victory. So the score is Eset 1, CryptoLocker 0. Although the signatures didn't quite block the threat, I think the intrusion prevention or some zero-day protection module in the background is preventing CryptoLocker from actually doing any of its malicious crypto stuff. But can't be sure. It could just be a dead file and then the story is not that exciting. But hey, what would you rather believe? Anyway, that's that. So since there are no other threats, I guess Eset did a really good job. Although we ran so many files, I don't see any active malware on the system excluding this. And this is not really active because it's not doing what it's supposed to do. Well, I guess you can complain that, you know, I don't like seeing this process in memory. Podcast install manager. Not a great name either. Looks somewhat like Flash. I'm not sure what to call this, but anyway. So there are some problems. Like if we go into our C drive, now I see some beautiful images of some Chinese adware. Aren't these adorable? And I have some, you know, adware stuff installed here and there, but then again, as you can see, these are just traces, no real files, no real damage done. So that's pretty much a good result for Eset. There are still some aspects that maybe need a little bit of improvement. They do have an anti-phishing module, but hey, add that to your database. So apart from the phishing website that was missed, I did see a few files execute, and that's okay as long as they're not doing any damage and the zero-day components are able to deal with it. I don't really have any problems. But then again, maybe they should include some kind of a rollback feature or a behavior blocker so that it's able to decide after a certain number of actions that a file is potentially dangerous, and then it should be able to roll back the actions. Maybe something like that. These are just ideas for future tech, but so far so good. The current system works, and I don't have too much of a problem recommending this product. I still wouldn't call it best of the best, but it is definitely a solid product, and for a user who wants a very simple product that doesn't slow down the system, have to answer questions, and needs very automated protection, and you need something that's really light as well. I think the lightweight aspect of Eset is one of its biggest strengths at the moment. So those are some of the major plus points. So hope you guys enjoyed this review. Hit the like button if you did, and comment down below what are your thoughts on this version, and what did you make of this test. What do you think happened with the crypto locker? Is the ghost of the crypto locker still haunting the system? Okay, I'm just saying silly things now. Anyway, subscribe to the PC Security channel for more of such awesome videos with ghosts of crypto lockers. Okay, I'm just gonna cut it now. And as always, stay informed, stay secure.